Part 1. From the City to the Strongest in the Universe. Author, G. Difeng Ren. Chapter 1. Huaguo, Linhai City, Shuxiang Community. Diamond suit, diamond suit, diamond suit, diamond suit. The weather in June was extremely hot and muggy. The clouds in the sky were very thick and seemed to be gathering into dark clouds. I wonder if a heavy rain was brewing. In front of the windowsill, Li Yang was reading a physics textbook. The first cosmic velocity, v1, is the speed that a spacecraft must have when moving in a circle along the Earth's surface. It is also called the orbiting speed. According to mechanical theory, v1 can be calculated equal 7.9 kilometers/second. When a spacecraft exceeds the first cosmic velocity v1 and reaches a certain value, it will break away from the Earth's gravitational field and become an artificial planet orbiting the Sun. This speed is called the second cosmic velocity, also known as the escape velocity. It can be calculated according to mechanical theory. The second cosmic velocity v2 equal 11.2 kilometers/second. The minimum speed required to launch a spacecraft from the surface of the Earth, fly out of the solar system, and roam in the vast galaxy is called the third cosmic speed. According to mechanical theory, the third cosmic speed can be calculated as v3 equals 16.7 km/s. When he first learned this, Li Yang was fascinated by the idea. In the vast universe, is the Earth the only one with life? Many people think that the Earth is the only one, but others firmly believe that there are other lives outside the Earth. In their view, humans have very little understanding of the solar system so far, let alone the entire Milky Way and even other galaxies. Compared to the entire universe, the Milky Way is just a drop in the ocean. Regarding this issue, Li Yang had discussed it with his classmates for a period of time before and was quite interested in it. However, Li Yang had no other thoughts in his mind at this time, but was preparing for tomorrow's college entrance examination. More than 10 years of preparation are just for the next 2 days. After reading for a while, Li Yang turned on the TV, which was a column explaining medicine. I wonder if there is any progress in anti-cancer drugs. Li Yang was looking forward to it. Cancer, this was once a nightmare for mankind. How many people talk about cancer? If you suffer from cancer, you can basically be declared dead. It's just a matter of how long it takes. However, half a year ago, scientists from many countries at the largest international medical research institute on Earth jointly announced that the anti-cancer hormone was successfully developed. Whether it is early stage, middle stage, or even late stage cancer, only one dose of anti-cancer hormone is needed, and the cancer cells in the body can quickly disappear. When this news was announced, it directly shocked the world. Even now, news about anti-cancer hormones breaks out from time to time. However, although anti-cancer substances have been researched, it is very difficult to produce them due to various special reasons. Half a year has passed, and only more than 1,000 doses of anti-cancer substances have been produced. All told, only more than 100 doses can be produced in an average month. There's new news. While eating and waiting, Li Yang's eyes suddenly froze. Sure enough, the latest news about anti-cancer hormones began to be broadcast. The latest news is that 180 doses of anti-cancer drugs were used in May, and a total of 180 patients with advanced cancer were cured. The production of anti-cancer drugs is expected to increase to 200 doses in June. There were no big expectations, and the look of expectation in Li Yang's eyes disappeared slightly. It seems that the anti-cancer hormone requires the use of a very precious material. That material is very scarce, so it is very difficult to make. Slightly disappointed, Li Yang sighed inwardly. The meal was finished in a few minutes, and Li Yang was preparing to clear away the dishes. Dong dong dong. Suddenly there was a knock on the door, and then a voice came. Xiao Yang, open the door. Hearing this, Li Yang stood up immediately and opened the door. Outside the door, a woman in her 20s was carrying something. Her face was obviously similar to Li Yang. "Sister, why are you here?" Li Yang asked, looking at the woman. The person who came was none other than his sister Li Shui. Li Shui is 10 years older than him, and Li Yang was born after China opened its two-child policy. Now Li Shui is married and has a daughter. Li Shui walked in carrying her things and said, "The company is on holiday. I'll come back to see you. I went to the hospital to see Dad before." Li Yang nodded and asked again, "Sister, have you eaten?" Li Shui glanced at the table and said, "Have you eaten yet? After eating, take a good rest and prepare for the exam tomorrow. I will take care of the things on the table." She put down her things and started clearing the table. Li Yang had no objection to this move. Every time Li Shui came back, he would tidy up the house. While helping to clean up, Li Yang asked, "Sister, how is Dad's health?" Hearing this question, Li Shui sighed slightly and said, "The condition has worsened a little." As if she was worried about Li Yang, she added, "But if you insist on taking medicine, you can still control it." Li Yang's father is Li Kuahe. He is considered to have achieved some success in his career. He previously opened a supermarket, but his health has changed and he now has terminal cancer. Now, Li's father is in the hospital for treatment, and Li's mother is taking care of him in the hospital. Xiao Yang, stop thinking about these things and concentrate on reading. You also know what your parents expect of you. Getting good grades is the most important thing to them. Li Shui looked at his brother. "My younger brother has always had excellent grades since he was a child, and now he is always in the top 3 in the city's key high school classes, and within the top 30 in his grade. It is easy to get into a key university with such scores." "Sister, I know." Li Yang nodded. While they were talking, the two siblings suddenly looked at the TV. On TV, an interview with a person appeared at this time. Zhao Gangxing, chairman of the Zhao Group, announced that he would enter the medical industry and set up a medical fund organization with 10 billion yuan to help more people. The picture on TV was a man in his 60s. Zhao Gangxing, the biggest contributor to the Zhao Group, was founded by his father, but grew and developed in his hands. And 20 years ago, the Zhao Group was one of the giant companies in China. At this time, the Zhao Group is even bigger. In the past 10 years, Zhao Gangxing even occupied the title of the richest man in China. Now his net worth is firmly in the top 50 of the domestic rich list. Looking at the man being interviewed, Li Yang's eyes obviously had a hint of complexity, and he clenched his fist slightly. Few people know that their Li family has a great relationship with Zhao Gangxing. In terms of relationship, Zhao Gangxing is his and Li Shui's grandfather. Li Yang's mother, Zhao Rou, is Zhao Gangxing's daughter. In other words, in terms of relationship, Li Yang and Li Shui are Zhao Gangxing's direct grandson and granddaughter. However, because of some things that happened in the past, Zhao Gangxing was furious and drove Zhao Rou out of the house. Such things are indeed incredible. Now is not the ancient times, and it is important to be well matched. Even if Zhao Rou chooses to be with Li Kuahe, Zhao Gangxing will not be so angry. But Zhao Gangxing is so angry that he surprises many people. Before, Li Kuahe was diagnosed with cancer, and Zhao Rou took Li Shui and Li Yang to beg Zhao Gangxing to get an anti-cancer drug. Although anti-cancer drugs are extremely rare, Li Kuahe is one of the top rich men, and it is probably not difficult for him to get one. However, facing Zhao Rou's kneeling plea, Zhao Gangxing had no expression on his face, and walked away coldly without even looking at her. Until now, Li Yang has not forgotten that cold look. This Zhao Gangxing, he doesn't care about his own family, but he is keen on doing charity on TV. Li Yang looked at Zhao Gangxing with a smile on his face and sneered in his heart. Thinking of his mother kneeling down and begging, thinking of her cold eyes, he felt complicated and a little bit hateful towards his grandfather Zhao Gangxing. From the city to the strongest in the universe. Author, Ji Difeng Ren. Chapter 2. Not only Li Yang, but also Li Shui had a complicated look in his eyes when he saw Zhao Qianxing on TV. Okay, Yang Yang, go read a book. There's nothing interesting to watch on this TV. She turned off the TV and said directly. Okay, Sister Li Yang nodded. The next day comes quickly. Early in the morning, Li Shui came to the house again. Today is the first day of his brother's college entrance examination, and Li Shui is sending his brother to the examination room. Yang Yang, have you brought everything? You can't forget things. Li Shui was nagging in Li Yang's ears. Sister, don't worry, I've checked it several times, Li Yang said with a smile. Let's go, it's going to rain today. I don't know if it's a law of the college entrance examination. During the 2 days of each college entrance examination, it rains in many places. At this time, the sky was filled with dark clouds, and there was even muffled thunder early in the morning. It seemed like a heavy rain was coming. The two siblings came to the examination room. There are already many people waiting here, most of them are parents, talking to their children, and they are also worried about rain. However, although the sky was covered with dark clouds, it never fell. Soon the time reached 8:30, and the school door opened. Dad, I'm in. Sissy, come on. Son, don't be stressed, just perform to your best. You know the conditions at home. It's okay even if you don't do well in the exam. Dad will support you. Rightward arrow. One by one, students finally entered the examination room under the expectant eyes of many parents. Sister, you go back first. Li Yang looked at his sister and said with a smile. Li Shui didn't answer. She clenched her fist and said to Li Yang, Yang Yang, come on. Li Yang smiled and finally walked into the examination room. Walking into the campus, Li Yang took a deep breath, although he wanted to calm down his heart, so that he could perform in a better state and get better results. However, Li Yang couldn't do it at this time, and his heart was not at peace. Even if Dad's body is treated with medication, he won't be able to survive for a few months without anti-cancer hormones. Although he didn't want his father to leave, Li Yang was very aware of his father's current physical condition. Less than 200 doses of anti-cancer hormones are produced every month, and these are distributed around the world. How many cancer patients are there in the entire world? The probability that his father would receive a dose of anti-cancer hormone during the past 6 months was actually very small. My dad's biggest wish is that I can get into a good university. So this time, I must do well in the exam. Li Yang took a deep breath, his eyes full of desire for results. If they perform improperly, some people will choose to repeat the course and start over. But if he passes the exam this time, no matter how well he does next time, his father may not be able to see it. Breathe. Li Yang kept breathing and adjusting his condition. At this time, he was still 50 meters away from his examination room. This time, only success is allowed, no failure is allowed. Boom. At this moment, a muffled thunder suddenly sounded in the sky. This muffled thunder struck Li Yang's heart like a bell and a drum. Crash. At the same time, the rainwater accumulated in the dark clouds in the sky seemed to have been opened and poured down all of a sudden. Big raindrops fell and hit the ground heavily. No one saw it, but there seemed to be a flash of light in the rain. It's raining. Hurry into the examination room. Seeing what happened, many people around opened their umbrellas and started running. Li Yang did the same and ran quickly towards the teaching building not far away. Hiss. Before he could take 2 steps, Li Yang suddenly took a breath of air. His foot seemed to have stepped on a nail, and he felt that the instep of his foot was directly penetrated. Rightward arrow. An indescribable tingling sensation came from the instep of his feet and went straight into his mind. His mind suddenly went blank, and Li Yang felt as if something was about to penetrate his mind. Classmate, what's wrong with you? No, Someone fainted. At the last moment, Li Yang only heard some voices coming from his ears. Someone fainted? Who fainted? As soon as this thought flashed through his mind, Li Yang knew nothing else. In bed in a hospital in Linhai City, Li Yang slowly opened his eyes. Why am I here? Seeing the scene around him, Li Yang was a little confused. Isn't he taking the college entrance examination? Why did you come here suddenly? The previous memories quickly emerged, and Li Yang understood it all at once. Did I faint before? Just when she was a little confused, Li Shui walked in from outside the ward. She saw Li Yang's face lit up and hurriedly came over and said, Yang, you're awake. Great. There was an obvious look of worry on her face. She was shocked when her younger brother fainted and was taken to the hospital. She was afraid that something might happen to her younger brother. Sister, what time is it now? Li Yang, who reacted when he saw his sister, asked quickly. Hearing this, Li Shui's expression changed and she said, 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock. So I missed one exam. Li Yang had many thoughts running through his mind. In the Chinese subject, his grades are not the best. What he is really good at is science and mathematics. If he grasps it well, he still has a good chance of getting into one. Thinking of this, Li Yang looked at Li Shui and asked hurriedly, Sister, how difficult is the Chinese test this year? Hearing her brother's question, Li Shui knew what he was thinking. She didn't know what she felt in her heart, but she still gritted her teeth and said, Yang, today is the 8th. The 8th. Hearing this, Li Yang was stunned. He had been unconscious for more than a day. At this time, there was only one math subject left in the college entrance examination. Even if the math test was full, the college entrance examination score would only be 150 points. This time, Li Yang had no chance in the college entrance examination. For a while, Li Yang calmed down. Looking at her brother's appearance, Li Shui couldn't help but persuade, Yang, it's okay. If you don't take the exam this time, you can take it next time. At this time, she was only worried about Li Yang, worried that her brother would have a problem with his mentality because of the college entrance examination. Without speaking, it took several seconds before Li Yang shook his head and said, Sister, I'm fine. He was not a person who could not bear the blow. He had accepted such a big change in his father before. After thinking for a while, Li Yang asked, Sister, do my parents know about my situation? Yes, Li Shui nodded and said, I told them, but my mother is in Shanghai now and can't get away for the time being. I will tell them the news of your awakening right away. My parents must be worried to death. They also asked me to tell you that if you didn't do well in the exam this time, then do well next time. Between grades and health, family members must be more concerned about health. After that, Li Shui said, I'll call the doctor first to see your condition. After saying that, Li Shui walked out. Watching his sister leave, Li Yang couldn't help feeling disappointed on the hospital bed. Totally failed. This time, he valued the college entrance examination so much, but the performance he worried about did not happen, and he missed the exam directly. Damn it, which wicked person put nails in the examination room? Li Yang thought of the fact that he stepped on a nail before, and then felt severe pain, and then he didn't know anything. For the first time, he couldn't help but swear. After cursing in his heart, Li Yang looked at his injured foot. This. Suddenly, Li Yang's pupils shrank slightly. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. From the city to the strongest in the universe. Author, Ji Difeng Ren. Chapter 3. Li Yang's pupils shrank slightly, with a look of disbelief in his eyes. There were no wounds on his right foot. How is that possible? I clearly stepped on something like a nail. How come there are no wounds on my feet now? Writing this, I hope readers will remember our domain name Taiwan Novel Network rightward arrow. Not only was there no wound, there was no pain at this time. According to what Li Shui said, he was in a coma for more than a day, and the wound healed in just one day. Human wounds cannot heal so quickly. What the hell is going on? Li Yang's eyes were full of confusion. Yesterday, he stepped on something and felt a sharp pain before falling into coma. But now there are no wounds. It seems that what he experienced yesterday was his illusion. While he was thinking, he seemed to sense Li Yang's thoughts. At this time, a wave of fluctuation suddenly flashed through Li Yang's mind, and then Li Yang felt that he could suddenly clearly sense the scene in his mind. It was in his mind at this time, but Li Yang didn't know where it was. It seemed like a magical space. There was something like a nail here. The nail seemed to appear out of thin air. At this time, Li Yang's induction fluctuating slightly. Under the fluctuations, there was still a slight glow of color. What's this? Seeing the nail, Li Yang's eyes were even more shocked. There is something in his mind? Thinking of what he stepped on yesterday, but there were no wounds on his feet, now something like a nail appeared in his mind. Taken together, an incredible idea appeared in Li Yang's mind. Could it be that the nail in my mind right now is the one I stepped on yesterday? In a short period of time, what happened to him was too mysterious. It's not a nail, it looks like a sword. After taking a closer look, Li Yang discovered what the nail really looked like. The entire sword body seemed to be shrouded in a hazy layer, and the light it emitted looked like a nail. Huh? It seems I can take it out. Suddenly, Li Yang had a strange idea in his mind. This small sword seemed to be under his control. He opened his right hand, his heart moved, and then a small sword appeared directly in his palm. Boom! As soon as he appeared, Li Yang only felt an extremely huge pressure coming from him, as if a huge mountain appeared in his palm, and he was about to be crushed by this huge mountain. The surrounding space seemed to be unable to bear it, and seemed to be cracked, with faint cracks appearing. But in an instant, the pressure disappeared again, and the small sword in his palm collapsed and reappeared in his mind. What the hell is this? In a short period of time, Li Yang felt like he was breaking out in a cold sweat. He seemed to be facing the entire sky just now. A small sword less than 1 centimeter weighs as much as a giant mountain. After studying for a while, Li Yang finally accepted this fantasy-like thing in his heart. Then he sighed again. He didn't know much about the little sword, but the only thing he was sure of was that this little sword ruined his college entrance examination. Oh, you can come 2 days late. Your parents must be disappointed if you fail the college entrance examination. Li Yang sighed inwardly. Buzz. As if sensing Li Yang's disappointed mood, the little sword fluctuated slightly, and then some information suddenly appeared in Li Yang's mind. This information looked like an ancient compilation. Li Yang didn't recognize it at all, but he seemed to be able to easily understand the meaning of these words. Physical Training Chapter. Physical Body Tempering. Li Yang absorbed this information in shock, and a legendary cultivation technique was revealed directly in his mind. Looking at this technique, Li Yang felt that he could practice according to it. People in ancient times lived 100 years in the spring and autumn period, and their movements never faded. Pre-Qin Qi practitioners, did there really exist a civilization of cultivation? For Li Yang, who has always been ordinary and unremarkable, what happened today undoubtedly subverted his 3 views. A small sword and a technique suddenly appeared in his mind. This was obviously a scene that only appeared in his imagination. However, there are indeed many unsolved mysteries in this world. Even now. Just like decades ago, in the Figza Desert, a huge mushroom cloud suddenly rose into the sky. Everyone knows how the mushroom cloud was generated, but this mushroom cloud has become an unsolved mystery in today's society. I don't know how many people are guessing what happened. Is it man-made or some other reason? Because any official media in the world is silent about it, and the news it sends out says that it is just a smoke and mirrors praise. It is estimated that only a very small number of people know the truth of the matter. Many thoughts went through his mind one by one. Li Yang took a deep breath and then slowly exhaled it to calm down his heart. He carefully examined the techniques in his mind. As the name suggests, this body training method is to absorb energy and temper his physical body, making his physical body stronger. Tempering is divided into 4 stages, and each stage is a complete tempering from the outside to the inside. After understanding the entire technique, Li Yang tried to practice it. He sat on the bed, sitting quietly like this, without any special posture, but he slowly practiced the technique. According to the explanation of the body tempering, there is a special energy in this world, and the physical tempering is to absorb this energy into the body. Li Yang felt it carefully. In less than 3 seconds of practicing the technique, he felt that the world around him seemed to have changed. He could clearly feel a strange energy in the air. It really exists. Li Yang was surprised. He felt this energy personally, which undoubtedly made him more excited. The strange energy was absorbed into his body, and his body felt a very comfortable feeling, as if it was being massaged, and the whole body was slowly relaxing. After practicing for a minute, Li Yang stopped. Outside the door, Li Shui walked in, and there was also a doctor. The doctor checked Li Yang's body, asked about his feelings, and finally said, "No big problem, take a good rest these days. There are many people who have symptoms before the college entrance examination, and some of them can't stand the pressure and faint directly. These doctors see more." Li Yang had no physical problems in his previous examination. The only explanation was that he was under too much pressure, anxious before the college entrance examination, staying up late, etc., which led to his coma. "Thank you." Dr. Li Shui finally felt relieved after hearing what the doctor said, and hurriedly thanked the doctor. Watching the doctor leave, Li Yang smiled and said, "Sister, I'm fine, let's go through the discharge procedures now." From the City to the Strongest in the Universe. Author, G. Difeng Ren. Chapter 4. Li Yang was ready to be discharged from the hospital. He had a smile on his face, and no longer felt lost. The key point was that what he thought about most in his mind was the method of tempering his body, and even the weight of the college entrance examination was squeezed out. Yet, looking at her brother's appearance, Li Shui thought that Li Yang's mentality should have recovered. She nodded, thought for a while, and said, Yang, don't go to the afternoon exam, have a good rest at home." There was another subject in the afternoon, but Li Yang had missed 3 exams, and whether he took the last one or not would not change the result. The main reason was that Li Shui was worried that her brother would feel stressed again. Alas, it must be the situation on Dad's side that made his brother think that he must get a good score, which made him more and more stressed, and finally even fainted. Hearing what Li Shui said, Li Yang nodded and said, "Okay." After completing the discharge procedures, Li Yang returned home soon. "Sister, I'm fine, you go and do your own thing." After returning home, Li Yang said to Li Shui. Seeing that her brother was fine, Li Shui did not insist, nodded, and said, Yang, I'm leaving first. Don't think about other things, take a good rest, and call me immediately if you feel something is wrong. After that, Li Shui was still a little worried and said, send me a message every 2 hours. Li Shui did have something to do, but she was worried that Li Yang would suddenly faint, so she asked him to punch in on time. Li Yang had no choice but to agree. Li Shui was 10 years older than him. When he was a child, his parents were busy with work, and Li Shui actually took care of him most of the time. The relationship between the 2 siblings was very deep. Watching Li Shui leave, Li Yang sat directly on the ground and could not wait to practice. He practiced the technique and felt the strange energy in the air again in a short time. Under the operation of the technique, these energies were constantly absorbed into his body. 1 hour, 2 hours. Li Yang almost completely immersed himself in the practice, and practiced the technique tirelessly. This kind of thing that only happened in novels made him feel extremely excited and excited. Even the Supreme Qin Emperor longed for the method of longevity practice, so you can imagine how tempting it was. In this way, more than 4 hours passed in a blink of an eye. So tired. At this time, Li Yang finally stopped practicing. He felt very tired when he practiced the technique. This was not physical, but a kind of fatigue in other aspects. It seems that the body has an adaptation stage and cannot absorb energy without limit. As the technique was running and energy was absorbed, the body absorbed energy at a similar speed in the first 2 hours, but the absorption slowed down later. After persisting for another 2 hours, the operation of the technique made Li Yang very tired. During the previous practice, Li Yang took a break. After the break, his fatigue was significantly relieved, and the speed of absorbing energy from the air also increased. This made Li Yang come to a conclusion that these energies obviously cannot be absorbed continuously for 24 hours. It is the correct way to practice to absorb energy after a period of time after practice. Li Yang stood up. At this time, his body was sticky, and some sticky things stuck on his clothes. Is this impurities discharged by the body? Li Yang thought, walked into the bathroom, washed his body, and changed into a set of clean clothes. After taking a shower, Li Yang looked at himself in the mirror. In front of the mirror, a handsome young man stood. The young man was more than 1.8 meters tall, well proportioned, with a short and fine hair. The whole person looked very clean and refreshing. In terms of appearance, Li Yang is definitely one of the top people. His mother Zhaoro is a member of the Zhao family. Needless to say, her appearance. When Li Yang's father was young, he was invited by a scout to act in some idol dramas, but Li Yang's father was not interested. You can imagine what he looked like. Clenching his fist, Li Yang felt the condition of his body. My strength has increased a bit. He picked up the 40-kilogram arm trainer in the corner, held both ends, and tested it. The arm trainer is the most intuitive way to feel strength. Before, Li Yang could do 30 at a time. This time, he easily did more than 40, and he was not exhausted. I'm so hungry. After feeling it for a while, Li Yang touched his stomach. After practicing for a few hours, he felt hungrier than ever before. He looked at the refrigerator, which still had a lot of vegetables, and there were several handfuls of noodles in the cupboard. Li Yang usually cooks rice, but now he is too hungry and cooking is too time-consuming, so it's better to cook noodles directly. He cooked half a pot of noodles, put 2 eggs and some shredded meat in it, and Li Yang ate it directly after cooking. After 2 bowls of noodles, Li Yang didn't feel full. He cooked 2 more bowls and finished all the noodles. Finally, Li Yang felt full after eating. My appetite is too big, right? Li Yang felt helpless. He has become a big eater now. After washing the dishes, Li Yang sat down and continued to practice. This time he practiced for half an hour and then stopped, obviously his body had not recovered yet. Taking out his mobile phone, Li Yang made a video call with his parents. After talking for a while and hanging up, Li Yang sighed in his heart. Unfortunately, I can only practice the skills in this small sword by myself. He didn't recognize the words of the practice method at all, but he understood it, as if it was instilled into his mind. He could practice this method himself, but he couldn't say it out loud, and tell the specific way of practice. As the saying goes, it can only be understood but not expressed in words. Now he really understood the meaning of this sentence. Father Li is now in the late stage of cancer. If he can practice, can he not only recover, but also prolong his life? In this case, If possible, Li Yang will definitely tell Li Kuai about the practice method. However, although he can't say it, this practice method is too strange. In Li Yang's opinion, if he has a little achievement in practice, can he treat his father? Although he hasn't thought of a way yet, after all, this practice method can only improve his physical fitness and has no therapeutic function. However, he still has great expectations in his heart. Continue to practice. After resting for 3 hours this time, Li Yang felt that he had recovered almost, and started practicing again. In the next few days, Li Yang became a practice maniac, almost completely immersed in practice. In addition to the necessary rest, he started practicing as soon as his body recovered. And his physical fitness was rapidly improving. In this way, a week passed quickly. From the city to the strongest in the universe. Author, G. Difeng Ren. Chapter 5. In the room, Li Yang sat cross-legged silently, absorbing the strange energy in the air. After getting the cultivation method, he didn't go out much these days. He practiced directly as soon as he recovered, wanting to improve his strength as soon as possible. His personality tends to be calm, and after getting the method, practicing silently is the kingly way. At a time, Li Yang finally stopped. He felt his body and a smile appeared at the corner of his mouth. The first stage of cultivation is successful. He clenched his fist and felt a power far beyond that of ordinary people. There are 4 stages of physical tempering. Each stage tempers the body from the outside to the inside. A total of 4 times of tempering. At this time, Li Yang has finished the first tempering, and it takes a week. My current strength is estimated to be several times that of ordinary people. Li Yang clenched his fist and felt incredible. Even if he has a cultivation method, his physical fitness is rapidly improving, but in his opinion, it is incredible to want to improve twice as much as ordinary people. However, in just a few days, Li Yang can feel his body transforming every day, and the speed of this transformation is so fast that he can even feel it clearly. Just like the big refrigerator at home weighing nearly 300 kilograms, he could lift it easily. A hard stone under the building, he smashed it into pieces with one fist. This strength is completely equivalent to a small Superman. Li Yang was shocked by his physical fitness. However, he was more happy. I am so powerful in the first stage. When the second and third stages are completed, what will my physical fitness reach? Li Yang was looking forward to it. However, the tempering time for each stage must be different. The first stage is 1 week, and the second stage is estimated to take at least several weeks to complete. After finishing the practice, Li Yang finished his meal and prepared to go out for a walk. In a week, he had figured out how the body absorbs energy from the air. Waiting for enough rest before absorbing it is much more efficient than forcing it to absorb energy when tired. Leaving the residential area where he lived, Li Yang came to the beach. Linhai City is near the sea, and the community where Li Yang's family lives is not far from the sea. In the past, they often came to the beach to play. At this time, there are some people on the seashore going to the sea. Of course, even if the ocean is high tide, when the tide recedes, there will not be too many things left, mostly some shellfish, occasionally crabs, etc. Going to the sea to make money is a very unreliable thing. It depends entirely on your luck. If there are so many things to pick up, everyone will stop working and just come here to pick up money. Walking on the beach, blowing the sea breeze, looking at the vast sea, Li Yang's heart is very heavy at this time. My strength has become stronger now, but I still haven't found a way to treat my father. Li Yang's heart is heavy. Having strength does not mean that you can cure your father. He still has no clue about how to treat Li Kuai's cancer. While walking, Li Yang suddenly looked at a place, and there was an exclamation from there. A lot of blue crabs. This is a group of blue crabs. Quick, catch them. Some people's anxious and excited voices came. Blue crabs. Hearing this voice, Li Yang also ran over quickly. At this time, the sea water had just receded, and in a shallow beach area, there were actually more than 30 blue crabs crawling. Rightward arrow. Blue crabs, swimming crabs, etc. are almost one of the crabs that people who go to the sea are most likely to encounter, but they are all single. It is very rare to see so many of them at once. Moreover, these blue crabs are not small in size, and they basically weigh 1 kilogram. In terms of price, blue crabs are much more expensive than swimming crabs. The price of blue crabs in the market has even reached 200 yuan per kilogram. In other words, every blue crab in front of you is worth 200 yuan. At this time, there are already 2 people catching them, and they have caught several. They should be the first to find them, and they didn't call others. Of course, this is human nature. If possible, it is best for everyone to monopolize what they have found. Almost everyone has this mentality. Seeing the blue crabs waving their claws and baring their teeth in front of him, Li Yang's eyes lit up. The Li family can be regarded as a well-off family. They are not short of money. They have opened a supermarket before, but Li Kuahe has been treated in the hospital for several months, and the money he spends every day is like water. The supermarket was not in a good condition to run, so it was transferred out. Although there is money for treatment now, it is still unknown how much it will cost in the future. Therefore, money is still very important to the Li family. This is also the reason why Li Yang is alone at home, cooks for himself, and does not spend money outside. Now that he encounters these blue crabs, he can sell them for money if he catches them, so he is naturally very tempted. The first stage of physical tempering is completed. Li Yang's physical fitness is far superior to that of ordinary people. This is not only reflected in strength, but also in speed. He did not hesitate at all and quickly stepped forward. While others were fighting with blue crabs with clamps and carefully looking for opportunities to catch them, his 2 hands struck out like lightning and caught 2 blue crabs in the water. In front of him was a small pool with a water depth of about tens of centimeters and a radius of 10 meters. Because of this, it was actually very difficult for everyone to catch them, mainly because they did not know the location. If you are not careful, you may be caught by the blue crabs. But Li Yang had no such concerns. With his physical fitness and reaction speed, it was basically impossible for the blue crabs to touch him. However, Li Yang also encountered troubles. I should have brought something with me. Li Yang only had 2 hands, and now he couldn't spare any time to catch other blue crabs. Wow, brother Li Yang is so awesome. At this moment, a childish and joyful voice suddenly came. In one place, a little girl who looked less than 10 years old was looking at the 2 blue crabs in his hands and shouted excitedly. Ting ting. After looking at the little girl, Li Yang mainly looked at the rubber band in her hand, and his eyes lit up. Tingting's name is Zhang Tingting, and she lives in the same community as him. Li's mother has a good relationship with Zhang Tingting's mother, and Zhang Tingting also likes Li Yang, her big brother. Sometimes when she comes to the beach, Zhang Tingting sees him and runs over to play with him excitedly. Tingting, lend me a few rubber bands, Li Yang said directly. Okay, little Tingting nodded her head and handed the rubber band to Li Yang. Li Yang immediately put down a blue crab, stepped on it with his foot, and tied it up with his other hand. The second blue crab was also done in the same way. Living by the sea, Li Yang had caught blue crabs before, so he naturally knew how to catch and tie them up. Putting the 2 tied blue crabs on the ground, Li Yang quickly came to the small pond again, ignoring little Tingting who was curiously teasing the 2 blue crabs. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. From the City to the Strongest in the Universe. Author, Ji Difeng Ren. Chapter 6. Li Yang looked at the pond and saw a blue crab slightly showing its back. He quickly grabbed it with his right hand. Diamond suit, diamond suit. How fast was he? And with his current body, he was really not afraid of the big claws of the blue crab. So everyone else was using tongs carefully, but he used his hands directly. In this way, Li Yang caught 4 in a short time. Including the 2 before, he had caught 6. At this time, the first person who discovered this place only caught 6, just like him. And there were no blue crabs in the turbid pond. Alas, there are no more. I wanted to come here to take a look before, but I didn't come. Now I only caught 1 blue crab. I came late and didn't catch any. In fact, it only took a short time, and about 20 blue crabs were all caught. These blue crabs can be sold for more than 1,000 yuan. At this time, Li Yang was very happy. For him, more than 1,000 yuan was still a lot. At this time, he was still in the small pool, preparing to go ashore, when he suddenly felt a movement in the small pool. There are still blue crabs. He was moved and immediately sank down. He grabbed it with his right hand. Although the small pool was not big, the deepest part was 90 centimeters. He bent over, and most of his body was submerged in the water. The feeling of a person's body in the water is completely different from that on the shore. The buoyancy of the water makes people float up unconsciously. When most of his body sank into the sea, Li Yang's eyes seemed to change slightly, and then he stood up, holding a big blue crab in his hand. This blue crab looked almost 2 or 3 times the size of other blue crabs. Its 2 claws were almost as big as forearms, and they were waving their teeth and claws. If they were pinched, it was estimated that the fingers could be directly pinched off. Wow, that blue crab is so big. It probably weighs 2.5 kilograms. There is actually a blue crab king in this pool. Almost everyone looked at Li Yang at this time, with envy in their eyes. Blue crabs are very expensive. Ordinary blue crabs are now 200 yuan per kilogram. The price of the blue crab king weighing more than 2 kilograms must be even more expensive. Young man, do you want to sell this blue crab king? I'll give you 251 kilograms. In the crowd, someone immediately came forward to buy the blue crab king that Li Yang caught. It is so big that it can be used as a signature dish of a big restaurant. It is in short supply. After seeing the 2 bidders, Li Yang certainly would not keep it and chose to sell it to the more expensive one. 2 kilograms and 4 ounces, the price is 600 yuan. In addition, he was also going to sell 5 of the other 6 blue crabs he caught. As for the remaining one, he gave it to Xiao Tingting. Brother Li Yang, are you really giving me this big crab? Really? The little girl looked at Li Yang with surprise, as if she couldn't believe it. She touched the tied big crab with her little finger, and quickly retracted it. She glanced at Li Yang, and then at the older girl next to her. The older girl was called Zhang Qingqing, 13 years old, and was Zhang Tingting's sister. Zhang Qingqing was looking at Li Yang with envy. When she saw him handing over a blue crab, she couldn't help but feel a little shy and said, "Brother Li Yang, this blue crab is too expensive, we can't take it." Her sister was young and didn't know the price of the blue crab, but she knew it. The blue crab in front of her weighed 1 kilogram and could easily sell for 200 yuan. For an ordinary family, 200 yuan is actually quite a lot. Many people may not earn 200 yuan after a hard day's work. Li Yang smiled and said, "It's okay. If it weren't for Tingting's rubber band, I could only catch 2 at most." He gave the blue crab to Zhang Qingqing and Zhang Tingting. The remaining blue crab king was 600 yuan, and the other 5 were 200 yuan each. Li Yang sold a total of 1,600 yuan. Li Yang was happy with the mobile phone transfer. This was his first huge sum of money. He had picked up some things at the beach before, but he could only sell them for more than 100 yuan at most. "Thank you, brother Li Yang. Zhang Qingqing had to rush to take Li Yang. She didn't choose to sell the blue crabs. She was going to take them home to see how her parents would deal with them. She thanked Li Yang again, and then took her sister to find her mother. Watching them leave, Li Yang suddenly looked at the sea, and he turned and walked away. Was it my illusion that I was in the water just now? Li Yang said silently in his heart at this time. But before he had taken a few steps, his cell phone suddenly rang. He looked at it and saw that it was Li's mother Zhaoro who transferred 2,000 yuan. Zhaoro, Yang, you are alone at home, buy more food. This is living expenses. Tell your mother if the money is not enough. From the city to the strongest in the universe. Author, Ji Difeng Ren. Chapter 7. After finishing the call with her son, Zhaoro got a bottle of boiled water and came to a ward. Diamond suit, diamond suit, diamond suit, diamond suit. On the hospital bed, there was a middle-aged man wearing a hospital gown. Although the man was older, he still looked handsome and elegant. It can be imagined that he was definitely a handsome guy when he was young. The man is Li Yang's father, Li Qiahe. Li Qiahe now has terminal cancer and often suffers from shortness of breath and severe pain, so he has been staying in the hospital. Seeing that Li Qiahe seemed to be in a daze, Zhaoro quickly stepped forward and said, "Brother Hai, I just called my son. My son encountered a group of blue crabs at the beach and caught several." She quickly repeated what Li Yang said just now. Group of blue crabs. Li Qiahe listened and smiled and said, "Xiao Yang is very lucky. I have encountered no more than 5 swarms of blue crabs in so many years." Hearing this, Zhao Ju said, "You want to go to the beach again, right?" Li Qiahe also likes to go to the beach to catch the sea when he has time. Especially when Li Yang was a child, he liked to follow Li Qiahe. The father and son like to hang out at the beach when they have nothing to do. Therefore, they are not worried at all about their son going to the beach. After talking about this matter, Li Qiahe suddenly asked, "By the way, Zhaoro, how much money do we have now?" Hearing Li Qiahe ask this, Zhao Ju said, "There are still 430,000 in Kali." Li Qiahe nodded and said, "I can spend up to 130,000 yuan on treatment. Keep the remaining 300,000 yuan. You and Xiao Yang still need money." To be honest, although the Li family is not a wealthy family, it is still much better than the average well-off family. After more than 20 years of hard work, the Li family has assets worth tens of millions, but most of this money was spent on Li Shui and Li Yang. When Li Shui got married, Li Qiahe and Zhaoro gave them a house and a car as dowry. And now Li Yang also has a house in the city. He bought it for more than 4 million yuan, but it has not been decorated yet. He plans to decorate it later when Li Yang gets married. The money that Li Qiahe and Zhaoro have earned over the years has basically been in these 2 houses. In addition, they still have hundreds of thousands of money in hand. Such a life should be one with no worries about food and clothing. After all, one can only spend so much money in his life, and no matter how much money he spends, he cannot take it away with him. However, he did not expect that such a change would happen to Li Qiahe. After hearing what Li Qiahe said, Zhaoro's expression changed and she said angrily, "Brother Hai, what are you talking about?" Li Qiahe said with a smile, "I know this disease myself. It cannot be cured. The medicine only extends my life by a few months." It seemed that he was very open-minded and had no fear of death. In his opinion, he is going to die sooner or later, so it is better to leave more things for his wife and children. All the money spent on him is a waste. Diamond suit, diamond suit, diamond suit, diamond suit. How brave are you? You actually said such words again. Hearing this, Zhaoro became even more angry and grabbed Li Qiahe's ear with her right hand. "Honey, it hurts." Seeing this, Li Qiahe quickly begged for mercy, but looking at his ears, Zhaoro actually didn't use any force at all. For a long time, Li Qiahe didn't hear Zhaoro speak. He looked at his wife. At this time, Zhaoro's eyes were red and tears were already falling down her face. "Honey, I'm just kidding, why are you crying?" Seeing Zhaoro's appearance, Li Qiahe suddenly panicked and felt very distressed, and quickly hugged Zhaoro into his arms. Over the years, the relationship between them has not faded, but instead they are like a young couple in love. Li Yang used to sigh from time to time when he was at home. His parents are the real love, and he might be redundant at home. "Brother Hai, I will go to Zhao's house tomorrow and beg my dad," Zhaoro cried. Li Qiahe felt even more heartbroken when he heard what Zhaoro said. He knew how proud and arrogant Zhaoro was. Even if she had a falling out with her family, she would never bow her head. But for him, I went to Zhao's house and knelt down to beg Zhao Qianxing. He originally vowed to let his wife live the best life and show it to the Zhao family. When he became successful, he took his wife and children to the Zhao family, and then said that 30 years to the east of Hedong, 30 years to the west of Hexi, don't bully young people into poverty, etc. waiting and so on, but now it has become like this. Li Qiahe only regretted that he was useless and could not let the Zhao family look at them with admiration. Looking at the current situation, it is impossible for him to realize his wish to have the Zhao family think highly of him. "Zhaoro, don't go to Zhao's house. Life or death depends on fate. I really look away now." Li Qiahe comforted, "Maybe if I maintain such an optimistic attitude, cancer can be cured. Isn't there news that some people have cancer? Let go, have a good attitude, and the cancer cells miraculously disappear later? You can also be the lucky one." Hearing this, Zhaoro also had a trace of expectation in her heart. She cried and said, "Brother Hai, you are not allowed to say that you will die in the future. No matter how much money it costs." Xiao Yang said before that he would sell the house directly if the money was not enough. Xiaoxiu also he said that the house in his name could be sold. Okay, Li Qiahe looked at his wife who was crying. He would agree to even 100,000 requests, and nodded quickly. On the other side, after ending the call, Li Yang looked towards the seaside. It's around June, which is the hottest time. Not only on the shore, there are also some people playing in the sea at this time. Li Yang looked towards the vast sea, but he was thinking silently in his heart. What did you feel just now? Previously, most of his body sank into the small pool. Everyone knows the feeling of being in the water. In this situation, the body does not feel safe, and there is a buoyant force carrying the body upward. Li Yang had this feeling at first just now, but it changed instantly. His body didn't feel any buoyancy in the water, which made him feel like he was in the water just like he was on the shore. There was no difference. Is it an illusion? Li Yang thought silently. He was only in the exploratory stage for the practice technique that suddenly appeared in his mind. He knew that it could quickly improve physical fitness, but he didn't know if it had any other effects. After thinking for a moment, Li Yang walked towards the depths of the sea. The ocean here in Linhai City has a gentle slope, and the water depth is just over 1 meter 70 meters away from the coastline. Li Yang slowly walked to a position of 100 meters. At this time, the water depth reached 1.5 meters. He slowly squatted down and felt the pressure of the sea water. But then Li Yang's body changed unconsciously, and these oppressives disappeared instantly. This feeling is coming again. Li Yang thought that the sea water had reached his shoulders at this time, but he still felt as if his body was on the shore. Taking a deep breath, Li Yang dived his head directly into the sea water. He was holding his breath, but within 2 seconds, his eyes suddenly showed a look of extreme shock. From the city to the strongest in the universe. Author, Ji Difeng Ren. Chapter 8. Li Yang was in the sea, and his eyes could clearly see the scene in the sea water, and this was not what shocked him. Because at this time, he actually found that he didn't need to hold his breath at all, and he didn't feel the lack of oxygen under the sea. I can actually breathe underwater, Li Yang was shocked. Most people would hold their breath when they dived into the sea, and when they couldn't bear it anymore, they would float to the surface, but in Li Yang's feeling, he didn't need to breathe through his nose now, his body seemed to have opened the breathing channel, and he was breathing naturally. At this time, Li Yang didn't feel any discomfort in the sea water, just like on the shore. Incredible, that physical tempering not only made my physical fitness improve sharply, but also allowed me to breathe underwater. Is my body evolving? Being able to breathe underwater, this news will definitely cause a shock to the world. Studies have shown that the human body has unlimited potential, but it is restricted by a series of gene locks. For example, being able to breathe underwater like a fish is also one of human instincts, but because of restrictions, this cannot be done. After being shocked for a while, Li Yang's eyes suddenly showed a look of surprise. Regardless of whether this ability was brought by the technique or other reasons, Li Yang had many thoughts in his mind at this time. I can breathe underwater, so I can walk on the seabed. As we all know, the treasures in the ocean are unimaginable, and some lucky fishermen become rich overnight from time to time. And being able to breathe underwater, can Li Yang not directly look for treasures on the seabed? If I find enough treasures on the seabed, catch a big grouper, catch a big yellow croaker, then the money will not roll in. Li Yang's mind was full of reverie. If I earn enough money, can I get anti-cancer hormones? Anti-cancer hormones are very precious, but everyone knows that if there is enough money, you can definitely get them. For a while, Li Yang's heart was full of expectations. Before, he practiced the technique, but still didn't know how to help his father. But now, being able to breathe underwater has suddenly broadened his horizons. Look for it, is there any treasure? In this way, Li Yang searched underwater. There was almost nothing in the shallow sea, and Li Yang kept moving away from the coastline. When we arrived at a place 300 meters away from the coastline, the water depth had reached 5 meters. The scenery in the sea had completely changed at this time. There was no fine sand. There were dense seaweed and corals. In these seaweeds and corals, there were various shells and mollusks swimming slowly. There were also a few small jellyfish floating. There were more small fish, shrimps, and crabs. The sunlight was projected into the sea water, and through refraction, it completely presented an extraordinary scenery in the sea water, which looked beautiful as a whole. It was also the first time that Li Yang really saw such a scenery and sighed at the beauty of the seabed. But for him, coming here was not to enjoy the scenery. After a careful search, the surrounding marine life was some ordinary ones, and there was no grouper, yellow croaker, or the like. At this time, Li Yang also calmed down. He was shocked by the surprise of breathing underwater before, and felt that he could get rich immediately and encounter various treasures on the seabed. In fact, the reason why those fish are precious is actually because there are relatively few in number. If they are really so common, everyone would dive into the sea to catch them. Li Yang knew that even if he could walk freely on the seabed, the probability of getting rich was not very high. After staying on the seabed for 2 hours, Li Yang searched the surrounding area and found nothing precious. Too much for granted. After calculating the time, Li Yang had to leave temporarily. He couldn't stay under the water forever. But when he left the seabed, he still had a big blue crab in his hand. This big blue crab looked bigger than the blue crab king he caught before. A rough estimate was that it weighed at least 3 pounds. Seeing this, Li Yang caught it directly on the seabed. Although the blue crab was very fast in the sea water and hid in the rocks, Li Yang was not an ordinary person now. He caught the blue crab hidden in the cracks of the rocks. Wow, what a big blue crab king! Who is this young man? He caught a blue crab king before, and now he caught it again. Seeing the big blue crab in Li Yang's hand, some people couldn't help but look over. Brother Li Yang. At this moment, A childish and happy voice came, and a little girl quickly ran over here. It was Xiao Tingting. Next to her was her sister Zhang Qingqing. At this time, the two sisters were looking at the big blue crab in Li Yang's hand. Zhang Tingting was afraid, curious, and excited. As for the older Zhang Qingqing, there was a trace of envy in her eyes. She was older and had a deeper concept of money. She knew that this big blue crab would definitely sell for a lot of money. Her family conditions were average. When she came to the beach when she was free, she actually hoped to pick up something to sell for money. Smiling at Zhang Qingqing and Zhang Tingting, Li Yang quickly sold the big blue crab in his hand. 3 catties and 1 ounce, he sold it for 800 yuan. In general, he earned 2,400 yuan when he came to the beach today. What's wrong? Qingqing, seeing Zhang Qingqing's hesitation, Li Yang asked. Zhang Qingqing is a bit introverted. She whispered, Brother Li Yang, you gave us a blue crab before, and my mother wants to thank you. Hearing this, Li Yang smiled and said, it's okay. He looked at his phone and saw 3 missed calls on it. One was from Li Shui, and the other was from his mother. It seems that you can't stay too long at the bottom of the sea. In addition, you should pay attention to the waterproof problem of your phone. There is no signal on the bottom of the sea. If the phone is not answered, his parents and sister Li Shui will probably be very worried after the previous fainting incident. Afterwards, he hurriedly called Li Shui and his parents to talk about it. In the next few days, Li Yang kept his own pace. In addition to practicing, he came to the beach to see if he could find some treasures on the bottom of the sea, but he didn't find anything. 3 days passed in a blink of an eye. The second stage of body tempering is obviously twice as difficult as the first stage. It seems that the second round of body tempering will take at least 2 weeks. Feeling the fatigue of his body, Li Yang stopped practicing. He could clearly feel the progress of his practice. There are 4 stages in physical training. The first stage takes 1 week, the second stage takes more than 2 weeks. By this calculation, the third stage takes more than a month, and the fourth stage takes more than 2 months. Calculated, if he goes through all 4 stages, it will take 3 months. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. From the City to the Strongest in the Universe. Author, Ji Difeng Ren. Chapter 9. In just a few days, my physical fitness has improved a little. When the 4 stages of tempering are completed, what will my body reach? Li Yang couldn't help but ask in his heart. Before, he tried to run, and it was easy to run into 10 seconds. If he tried his best, it seemed easy to run into 9 seconds. Previously, he had the urge to sign up for the sports meeting. If he really showed such ability, it would be possible to ask for a dose of anti-cancer agent. However, Li Yang also had great concerns. After all, the transformation of the body was due to cultivation. This world was obviously not so simple in Li Yang's eyes at this time, and he was not sure whether it would be sliced and studied at that time. However, Li Yang knew that the stronger he was, the more abundant his capital would be. If he really tempered all the 4 stages of the body, how strong could his body be? When that time came, if he stood up and encountered any risks, his ability to resist risks would be much stronger. Because, only with his own strong strength can others be afraid. In summary, Li Yang did not act impulsively, but hibernated and chose to improve himself slowly. Wanting to help his father, this idea is very urgent, but Li Yang will also choose the best way to solve it, rather than a momentary impulse. Let's go to the beach to have a look. Standing up, Li Yang prepared to go to the beach. The risk of exposing his cultivation was too great, and he was not sure about the attitude of the superiors. Therefore, getting treasures from the ocean, earning a certain amount of money, and then buying anti-cancer drugs, this is still Li Yang's first choice. But before he left, he received a call. Looking at the caller ID, it was Sun Detao who called. Sun Detao was his desk mate, and the two had a good relationship. After the college entrance examination, Sun Detao came to his house to comfort him, saying that he would definitely be admitted to the ideal university in the next college entrance examination. Diamond suit, diamond suit, diamond suit, diamond suit. Hello, Detao. Li Yang answered the phone. Brother Li. Sun Detao's rough voice came from the phone. Today, the class reunion is using the last class fee. Do you want to come? The old class will also participate. Hearing what Sun Detao said, Li Yang thought for a while and said, okay, I'll come right away. This reunion was actually agreed before the college entrance examination. Although he did not take the college entrance examination, Li Yang did not feel embarrassed or ashamed to go. On the contrary, he had obtained the cultivation method, could breathe in the ocean, and could walk easily on the seabed, which changed his mentality a lot. The college entrance examination, which he used to value very much, was no longer a big deal in his heart. He had failed the college entrance examination. He had thought about repeating a year before, and his parents and sister also said so. However, after walking around the seabed these days, his thoughts changed again. Soon, Li Yang arrived at his destination. This is a mid-range restaurant. It is impossible to choose a high-end and expensive hotel to eat with everyone's class fees. When he came here, Li Yang saw several familiar figures standing in front of the restaurant at a glance. They were all classmates in the class. Li Yang is here. Alas, Li Yang's grades are so good, but he fainted before the college entrance examination. His mental quality is too poor. In the last simulation before the college entrance examination, Li Yang ranked second in the class. With such a score, he can easily get into a 985 university. Seeing Li Yang coming, these classmates had different thoughts in their hearts, some were regretful, and some were gloating. Li Yang. You are here. Forget about not taking the college entrance examination this time. Repeat a year. I believe you will be admitted to Tsinghua University or Peking University. These classmates walked up and smiled at Li Yang. Li Yang also smiled at them and said something casually. On the other side, it was obvious that several classmates gathered together, and their eyes were on a BMW car. Brother Chiang, your family is so rich. Yes, you have a car right after the college entrance examination. I am so envious. After the party, you must take us for a ride. The classmates, both male and female, were talking excitedly about the BMW. At this time, a young man who was 1.75 meters tall and a little fat was obviously the owner of the car. No problem. Lin Qiang patted his chest and agreed, but I must drink today. I will drive you around tomorrow. He looked high-spirited and enjoyed the envious eyes of everyone. He came from a relatively good family. After the college entrance examination, he begged his father to buy him a car for the class reunion. In fact, this car is second-hand. After all, Lin Qiang's father didn't dare to buy a new car for his son who hadn't gone to college yet, let alone a BMW. But it was not visible on the surface. Moreover, everyone had just finished the college entrance examination. Seeing that their classmates had cars, most of them were extremely envious. Lin Qiang enjoyed the eyes of everyone. As he was talking, he noticed Li Yang. His eyes turned and he walked over directly. Li Yang, you are here too. He smiled and greeted him, then shook his head and said with regret, alas, I heard about your story. How could it be so unfortunate that an accident happened just before the college entrance examination? Otherwise, with your university, it would be easy for you to get into Shanghai University. He looked sorry for Li Yang. The people around him also heard it. If it was other students, they would not feel anything, but now that Lin Qiang was sorry, they did not believe it at all. Lin Qiang must be gloating now. Of course, everyone knows that he and Li Yang don't get along. Lin Qiang is just a villain who has achieved success. With his grades, it's probably enough to go to a junior college. Alas, what's the big deal about going to a junior college? His family is rich, and he will inherit the family business after graduation. Some classmates whispered. Li Yang glanced at Lin Qiang. Before, Lin Qiang wrote a love letter to a girl in the next class, but that girl wrote a love letter to Li Yang. After that, Lin Qiang disliked Li Yang very much and liked to find fault with him. However, Li Yang taught him a lesson during one of his troubles, and then Lin Qiang didn't dare to provoke him. Even if Li Yang didn't practice before, he was still very strong, and it was not a problem for him to beat several people. If it was before, Li Yang would probably feel uncomfortable because of Lin Qiang's words, but now, the weight of the college entrance examination in his heart has suddenly decreased a lot, and he has other ideas in his mind, so he is really calm at this time. Lin Qiang, how did you do in the exam? What is your estimated score? Li Yang asked casually. Hearing this question, the smile on Lin Qiang's face suddenly disappeared. He estimated that his score was not high this time, and he estimated that he would not even reach the lowest undergraduate score. Haha, brother Li, I know Lin Qiang's score, 380 points. At this time, a loud voice came, and a young man who was about the same height as Li Yang but very burly came over and left. The young man came directly to Li Yang. It was Sun Detao, the person who had the best relationship with Li Yang in the class. Humph. Seeing Sun Detao coming, Lin Qiang snorted. He didn't say anything. In terms of grades, he was at the backstage in the class. If he continued, he would probably be laughed at. After all, for senior high school students, grades are more important than anything else. The class monitor is here. At this time, a classmate suddenly shouted. Everyone looked over and saw a girl in a white shirt not far away. The girl had a ponytail and was dressed simply. Zhou Yao, the class monitor of Li Yang's class, also ranked first in the class in terms of grades, and Zhou Yao was very beautiful and the most outstanding in the class. Not only is she beautiful, she also has an elegant temperament. I don't know how many people in the class like Zhou Yao. Li Yang also looks at Zhou Yao. The young boy admires her. Li Yang also likes such a beautiful and elegant girl. He and Zhou Yao have been classmates since the first year of high school. In the second year of high school, they were assigned to the same class. For him, Zhou Yao is the girl he has secretly loved for 3 years. From the city to the strongest in the universe. Author, G. Difeng Ren. Chapter 10. Although he had a crush on Zhou Yao, Li Yang never showed it. Even his best friend Sun Detao didn't know what he was thinking. He once suspected that Li Yang didn't like girls. Zhou Yao came over and smiled at the classmate who greeted her. She saw Li Yang, walked over and said with a smile, Li Yang. Li Yang also smiled and said, Zhou Yao. At this time, almost everyone in the class had arrived. Everyone is here, let's go in. A classmate led the way in front. The restaurant in front of him has 3 floors. The place where Li Yang's classmates gathered is a meeting room on the 3rd floor that can accommodate 50 people. At this time, there are already more than 20 people in it. When classmates get together, they naturally have an excited conversation. After all, it has been a week since the end of the college entrance examination. Not only classmates, but also class teacher Wang Zhen is here. He saw Li Yang and immediately walked over and said, Li Yang, you didn't take the college entrance examination. I will help you apply for a repeat at school. Li Yang's grades are basically no problem for a 985 university. This time there was an accident, and he thought he must continue to study. Not only Li Yang, but also 2 students in the class who usually have good grades but did not perform well this time are going to repeat a year and strive to get a good grade next year. Seeing that the head teacher Wang Zhen was talking to Li Yang about repeating a grade, some students around him looked at him and felt sorry for Li Yang. In the class, Li Yang had never fallen out of the top 3 in every exam. He actually failed the college entrance examination this time. It must be said that it was a pity. Hearing Wang Zhen's words, Li Yang shook his head and said, "No, Teacher Wang, I don't plan to repeat a grade." After walking around the seabed before, Li Yang suddenly had this idea in his mind. For him, in fact, what he had to do after getting into college and graduating from college was to find a good job. But now, this is not important to him at all. What does walking on the seabed mean? This means that the ocean will become his ATM. Just like catching a blue crab king on the seabed before, in addition to this blue crab, he had also seen many expensive creatures on the seabed before. If he wants, he can catch them and sell them for money. With such ability, it would be a waste of time if he ran to school. The key is that Li Kuahe is now in the late stage of cancer, and it is unknown how many months he can hold on. With the ability to walk in the ocean, Li Yang can continue to search for treasures in the ocean and then sell them for money. If enough treasures are found and sold for enough money, anti-cancer drugs can be bought. Not repeating the year. Hearing Li Yang's words, the surrounding classmates were stunned. Li Yang doesn't choose to repeat the year? What's the situation? He didn't perform poorly and didn't do well in the exam, but he didn't take the exam at all. In this case, he can't study in a junior college. What does Li Yang think? These classmates are very confused. With such good grades, he actually said he would not study. Zhou Yao also looked at Li Yang at this time. A petite girl beside her whispered, "Li Yang actually didn't choose to repeat the year. It's so strange, Yao Yao, what do you think Li Yang thinks?" Zhou Yao didn't speak, and kept staring at Li Yang, not knowing what he was thinking. At this time, the head teacher Wang Zhen was also stunned for a moment, and then looked at Li Yang in confusion and persuaded him a few words, but Li Yang's attitude was very firm. After a few words, Wang Zhen had no choice but to say, "Then you can call me directly when you have the idea of repeating the year, and you can tell me before the start of school." He really didn't want to give up such a good seedling. Li Yang smiled and said, "Thank you, Teacher Wang." Wang Zhen left, and several classmates around him who had a good relationship with him couldn't help asking Li Yang, especially Sun Detao, who was puzzled. "Brother Li, what's the situation? Didn't you say you wanted to repeat the year before? Why did you change your mind so suddenly?" When he went to Li Yang's house to see him before, Li Yang also said he wanted to repeat the year. Li Yang smiled and shook his head without explaining much. Seeing this, Sun Detao thought Li Yang was still under great pressure, so he had to stop talking. The party started, and the dishes began to be served on the table. The male classmates also ordered some beer and drank it. For some students who had just finished the college entrance examination, this might be the first time to drink beer, so everyone didn't order much. Li Yang was drinking beer and talking to some classmates. For him, this should be the last class reunion. Soon, some classmates started toasting with wine glasses in the back, among which Lin Qiang was the most active. He came to Li Yang with a wine glass in his hand, and said with a smile, "Li Yang, I just heard you say that you will not repeat the year? Since you will not repeat the year, you should find a job, right? How about it, do you have any ideas? My lobster restaurant still needs people, why don't you try it?" He invited with a smile on his face. Lin Qiang's family opened a lobster restaurant, and the business was very good. It was even famous in a large area because there was a 93-centimeter long lobster in the lobster restaurant. You know, the longest lobster caught in the sea is only 1.2 meters long, and it is extremely rare to reach 1 meter. 93 centimeters is also rare. Lin Chiang's lobster restaurant used this as a publicity point before, and the business of the store is getting bigger and bigger. That 93 centimeter lobster is the treasure of their store. Because of its fame, some customers go to Lin Chiang's lobster restaurant just to see this giant lobster, which is the largest in Linhai City. Thanks to Lao Bancheng Liang Liang Daoshang for the 1,500 reward, and Bailey Tongyuan for the 100 reward. Thank you. Please support the new book with monthly tickets and recommendation tickets.